Just need a few sample tab on less than 5 people or 6 people. You
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this workshop. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you.
Yes, can hear you.
Welcome to this so welcome everyone to this workshop session where we will walk you through Power BI, like a hands-on project in Power BI from starting to finish. I hope you guys have downloaded the data set and also the PBIX file, because we want this to be interactive so that you can ask your questions when our speaker will be done with his presentation. And in the meantime, those who do not know me, my name is Edvish Songong. I'm a data analyst, and I usually post things on LinkedIn about my background, my skills, and also some of the challenges that I've gone through, that I went through throughout my journey, and also how I was able to overcome the challenges, because I know many people out there, they need insights like that, and having an opportunity to share it with people is like a way to uplift others. So, and in today's job market, we have a lot of competition, and it is no more about telling people about what you know without showing them like the proof of what you have completed. So that's why usually we host these kind of workshops where people can actually see how things are done, and also go through complete some projects that they can showcase on their portfolio. So during this session, we will walk you through the Power BI, one of the Power BI projects that we usually share with students during our training. And our speaker, most of you already know him, so he will be taking us from the beginner, from the creating the background of the dashboard until completing the full dashboard. So his name is Victor, and you have seen him on LinkedIn. Let me in my video. Maybe you wanna see me. Don't know if you'll be able to see me. Yeah. So his name is Victor. You know him on LinkedIn, and he's also our Power BI trainer. So today you will have a chance to see him doing what he loves to do. And you have seen all his Power BI dashboards on LinkedIn, because he's also very, very active. So thank you for joining us. I will not speak much. I'll just give an opportunity to our trainer and the person who is going to walk us through this workshop to present himself and then take us through whatever he has prepared for us. So thank you so much for being here. Mr. Victor, over to you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So my name is Victor. Thank you for having me here today.
So whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and start. Fanta, do you have a question? Your hand is raised.
Please, I cannot see Mr. Victor.
He didn't open his camera. That's why you cannot see him.
Okay.
Mr. Victor, it seems like people want to see you. So
Okay, sorry for the little delay. Okay, so let me turn on my camera. Okay, hello everyone. So my name is Victor. So I'll be taking you through the Power BI section today.
You need to
So
change the name in front of you because you are telling people your name is Victor, but we are seeing Edwige.
okay, how did it come up? Like, let me see.
I know what happened.
Where will I change it from?
If you go to the participant list, you
Okay,
click there, you'll be able to change the name. Have you seen it?
yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll be walking through the Power BI, but before then, we'll also see how you can create a custom background in PowerPoint. You can also look at the data on Excel before we load it into Power BI. So for those that have the data set or the PBIX file, because the PBIX file, the data is already loaded there, so you can just follow up with the data. Then, so let me share my screen. Oh. Mhm. Okay, so can you see my screen?
We can see your screen.
Okay, okay. Oh. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we'll be looking at the sample superstore data set. Many of you guys have worked with this data set, so we're not doing really a lot today on it. We'll just look at some little analysis on the data set. So the data set contains some columns here. So most of the columns we'll be focusing on are just really the metrics. So the metrics we have here, we have the sales metric. You can see the quantity metric, there's discount, and there's also profit. So we'll just be looking at three of these metrics, then we'll be looking at the profit margin. So we'll take it now to Power BI. So I'm going to open my Power BI. This is a blank report. This is a blank report now. So click on blank report. Then my data set, I want to import my data from Excel. So I'm going to click on import from Excel. Then I'm going to choose the data set, open it. So I'll be loading it. I don't really have much to do on the transforming of the data. So, but before then, I have the dashboard already here open. So we just interact with the dashboard to see how it works. So this dashboard is just looking at the Superstore sales overview. So here we'll have the sales performance. We have the sales. So we have the sales metric here. And also have a trend line for showing line chart for the sales and the previous year's sales. We have profits, profit margin, and quantity. Then we have the performance by the category, also broken down by subcategory. We have states, segments, then we have a little table here showing us the daily sales by the region. So we're looking at it here. If we look at use our year slicer to slice it, then if we go down to year before 2024, then we'll be able to see the previous year sales and also see the current year sales. So we just do, it's not a little, the analysis is not much, but it's something that by the time we're done with it, you have some little things you've gotten from it or some new things that you've learned from this, how to set up a dashboard like this. So this is my file. I've already loaded it here. So I will start by creating the dates table. Then when I'm done with the dates table, I will go down to PowerPoint to do the background. So let me create the dates table first. So for the dates table, we have to create the date table with DAX. So you go to modeling, then new table. So dates table, what I want to see on my dates table, I want to have the year, the month, the day also, because I'm doing analysis on day. Then I'm also have the month number, day number. Then we can also look at the quarter. So we're going to use add columns here because I'm creating a table here. Then first function I'm using is the calculate calendar auto to get the date from to create the date from the data set. Then so I'm going to go down now to add the first column I need here. So it's the year column first. Then so this is the second column actually, because this calendar auto creates a dynamic dates column for us without any duplicates. So this one will take the dates. Then this one for the year now, we use the year function, then dates. They want to see for quarter, so do for quarter also. So you put the column name in quotes first before the function of the column. So for the quarter, we're going to format the date. Formatting the dates then to show quarter. Then for the month number, we're going to do for the month number and the month name. So let's do for the month number first. So also put it in quotes again. The month number, the function is month and dates. Then we won't need the one for the month name. So I'll just copy this one so I can use it. The Control V. So I'll paste it again because I need also for the day name. So I'm going to change this one to month name or just months. Or let me call it month name because I'll create another month column also. Month name, then I'm going to format date. So this one will be for the 3-letter month name. Then this one, I'm going to change it to the day name. So I'm formatting the dates. Then to show the 3-letter date name, day name, we use this one for this. Then we're going to do for the last one we're doing for is the day number. So we can sort it, use it to sort the day name. So for the day number also, we use the weekday function. Dates. So I've added the year, the quarter, this month number, month name, day number. So I think we are okay now. So we can close the brackets for this one. Then we'll load it in. So I'm going to check my table is loaded correctly. So I can see my date column, my year, the quarter, month number, the month name, day name, and the day number. So we'll quickly sort the month name by the month number. So use the sort by column, then click on month number. Then sort the day name by the day number also, so that the day can start from Sunday to show as the first day, then continue to Saturday. So I'm going to sort it also, day number, sort by day number. Then I'll come to the model to connect, join the tables together. So I'm going to take my dates from my dates table to join with the other dates. So because I'm doing the analysis on other dates, so I'll join it with the other dates. Then connection 1 to many is correct, and we'll make it active and save it. So we'll come back here, we've added our date table and we'll have our data here. So the next thing to do, we need to have a table for measures. So we'll add this table, then we'll go to PowerPoint to create the background. So we can start the analysis. So we'll go click on enter data. Then on this name, table name, can just change it to measures and save. So once your table finishes loading, I can see your table here is loaded here. Then we can now go to PowerPoint now to start creating the background. So if we check our dashboard again, so this is the background we have here. So we have this background, we are going to create this particular background. So go to PowerPoint. So I already have the background there. So I'll just be redoing it. I'll go to new page, click on new page, new slide. Then I'm going to clear this one out. Then if you look at this background, on the main dashboard background is white. So I'll just leave it as white. Then I'm going to create this other shape holders and the chart holders inside, but still have little spacing by all the corners, like top, left, right, and bottom. So we'll have this little space here. And I'm going to create these other ones here. So I will come here, click on shapes. So we're using this rectangle shape. So adjust it, then change it to, so we'll have black, change it to black. We'll turn off the outline, then the shape fill should be this shade of black. So let me confirm the shade of black I used here. Okay. Then the height. For the height, I want to have 7.01 for the height. Then for the width, I have 2.04. So see, adjust it. Want it to be by have the same spacing from top and bottom. Then so I'm adding this other chart here, this gray color charts for the chart holders, for the shape, for the shape for the chart holders, this white shape. So we need to have a gray background so we can see them there. So we're going to add that shape. So I will just click on shape also to add the shape here. Then I'm going to adjust it. So it needs to have same size with this one. So I'm going to join it here. Then I want to have same space by the left. So once I'll draw my cursor. Once I get there, I'll see the red line showing me that the space is equal. Then I'll stop there. So I want to check it. So the width should be 10.88. So I'm going to adjust it 10.88. Then the height is okay. Then I'm going to change the tone of the outline, and I'm going to change the fill. Yeah, so next thing for us to do now is to start adding these shapes for the chart holders. So we have these ones for the KPI. So these 4 charts, 4 shapes we'll add will be for the KPIs. Then we can have these other charts, these other shapes for the other charts. So I'm going to come back to PowerPoint. So we're going to still use the white shape. So click on rectangle. So I'm going to change it to white, then the outline. Have a little bit of gray outline. Then for the sizing, I'm going to use 1.47 as the height. So 1.47 by 3.58. So that is the perfect size I'm going to use for the, so it will be same with this one and everything will look okay. So I'll just place it here first. Then if it's not okay like that, I can easily adjust it. So if you look at this one, I have a little bit of shadow here. So I'll also add it to this one. So I'm going to click on chart format, shape. So when you click on format shape, go to the fill. No, you go to the shadow option, then click on this particular shadow, second one. I'm going to adjust the transparency to 90. So because we need 4 of this, so we're going to copy it. So click on Ctrl D to duplicate it. To take it down a little bit for spacing, then duplicate again, then duplicate the last one. So now we have our shapes arranged here, so we can look at it and see if we can maybe adjust it a little bit. But let's leave it this way. So the other charts we add now, we're going to add this other 2 charts, this remaining 4 charts. So I'm still going to use the white shape. So I'm going to duplicate this one. Then I'm going to turn off the shadow for this one. I don't want shadows to be on this one. So click on no shadow. Then I'm going to adjust the width and the height. So I'm using 1.95 for this one. So 1.95 by 3.36. So we see duplicate it also again. So duplicate it. Then another duplicate for the one by the side. So this one will have same length with this, with the 2 of this shape. Then the last one, which is this one, will take the bottom of the remaining space. So we can just duplicate this one too. Then bring it here. So make sure when you're doing it, make sure you have equal spacing. So when you're doing it, you look at the spacing between them. So you can use the red line as to know the spacing, if your spacing is equal or correct. Then I'm going to drag it down here because I want it to be to the bottom of this one. Then I'm going to expand it to this side. So I'm going to check if the spacings are equal. So I want same spacing to be by this side and the same with this side. So I can just click on all of them to use the shift button. If you click on the first one, hold shift. Okay, I think the spacing is equal now. Then I'm going to check this one to see if it's the same thing. Okay. Yeah, so we can now save it and load it to Power BI. So to save it, click on File, then Save As. So you browse the folder where you want to save it. So I'm going to save it in my picture, and I'm saving it under dashboard background. So I'm going to just name it as Superstore. Just Superstore 1. Then I'm going to save it as a scalable vector graphics format. So SVG format, I'm going to save it now. So when you see which of the slide, you click on just this one because it's that one we're saying. So we'll go to Power BI and load it in. So back to Power BI, you use the format option now to load it in. So click on format. So canvas background. Then browse the image where you saved it. So I click on, you're going to fit it in. So I click on fit, then transparency should be on 0 too, so that it will show. Because if you leave transparency at 100, then you won't see anything. So take your transparency to 0 and close this. So for the charts and colors, you can actually, if you want to save a custom background, custom color for your chart, and also have the same title, headers, everything, you can come to the view and just open the current reports. So this one is the report I'm using. So this report, so you can customize it. So you can customize the reports, customize current theme. Then it's open the colors you want to see. but we'll not be doing that because we just have the two colors we want to use. So if you want to change colors, you can quickly change the colors you want to show here. Then also look at for the visuals also, you can see the charts and every other thing. You can also change this. So we'll just leave it that way. Then we'll start by creating the measures. So for the measures creation, so we're going to be grouping them. So aggregates, which is the first measures to be creating, we just create them as the base measures, then create other ones under. But alternatively, you can also create folders, like adding measures that are related to one place, like maybe sales, everything about sales in one folder, or you can just do it maybe with the aggregation. So I'll be using the aggregation method to do this one today. So click on the measures table. So don't create it on the other table, because if you create it on this table here, you have your measures with the table columns. And so you create it under this measures table I've added there. So new measure. So the first one will be creating the one for sales. So sales. So sum aggregate function, we're going to sum up the sales from the table data. Yeah, so I'll just edit this table name so that I will not have it not be too long. So just go to rename. I want to have it in. So just change it to data. Yeah. So we have our sales. We're going to save it as a currency. So for now, we're going to leave it as 0 decimal points. So if you want to change it later, we can change it in the chat. Then if we have our first measure here, we can delete this column 1 showing here in the measures table. So you can just quickly delete it. So, but you can't delete it if you don't have any measures here. So because we have gotten our first measure into this table, you can just remove this column 1. So click on the 3 dots by the column 1, then delete from model. So I'm going to group this one in a folder. So I will go to my model view, say open the properties. Then under the display folder, I will just call this one, let it be under my base measures for now. So I'll create the folder. This folder now will host the first measures I'll be creating. So for the next one now, I'll come back to this side because I don't want to stay there and create it. So I'm going to create on this base measures folder now I've created. So I'll click on it, then new measure. The next measure we're doing so we're going to do for profits. So some so currency also, then 0 decimal points. So the next one, quantity and profit margin. So let's do for quantity. So we leave this as a whole number. Then we're going to create for the profit margin. So profit margin will be, we use the divide function. So profit margin. So dividing profits, which we have created here, by the sales. So soon to save it as percentage, because we need it as a percentage. Then leave it as also 2 decimal points. So it's good like that. So these are the first measures we created here. Oh, we can quickly go back here to check. So the next, just need to create to see the previous year measures, because we're doing analysis on year. So time intelligence function, we're going to see the previous year, then we'll look at the year, which is the one with the arrows going up and down. Then we are going to add the color code measures. So we'll be quickly doing those ones now. So the next one now, I'm going to create it under the measures table. So this one now will be for the previous year measures. So the first one, which is the sales on, so previous year sales. Calculates, so I'm using calculate function, then bring in the sales. So I'm going to use same period last year. And dates function, and the dates table, call the dates table in, and close it. Then I'll copy this. So Control C. So I'm saving it as, let me save it as the currency also. 0 decimal points. So go back to the model V so that we can add it to a folder. So put these ones in one folder. We can get them easily. So previous year measures folder. Then open the folder, click on it to create the other measure. So the next one so I'm going to paste this one. Then I'm doing this one for profit. So you can use Control D to highlight all the cells and clear it at once. So when you type in profit, then it will show any here. So click on save. So to make it faster, that's what we just do. So when you add it in, you click on the Control D to highlight it and you clear everything to add the new one you want to use. So this one now will be for quantity. So I'll just paste it then, clear it fast too. Then the last one, profit margin. So sales, yeah, let's check it. Currency, profits in currency. Okay, whole number. Then this one should be in percentage. So we're done with those ones. So we're going to create the year-on-year value now. So we'll just do one, then we'll copy it for the other ones. So this first one we'll do for sales first. So year-on-year sales then is equals to variable, can use variable A for the first one. It's going to divide by dividing the sales by previous year sales. Then we're going to place so that it also do the subtraction and division. So we're going to place -1 outside the brackets. Then the next one will be to format it. So we can use this one to label. I'm going to format it as a percentage because this will show as a text value. So format as percentage. So formatting A, then the percentage to 0.0% because we want 1 decimal point. So close this one. Then going to return the label first and 1 space bar. So space and so the label. So if it's positive, if the difference is positive, then if it's greater than 0, then we need to have the up arrow showing up. So you can click on your Windows key, Windows and full stop to open it. So you go to geometric signs. So you can see we have some of the arrows here. So we click on anyone you want to use. So there are different ones you can use to indicate it. So I'm going to use this one as my up. So add 1 comma here. Then for the second one, so if it's negative, which is if it's less than 0, then we need to have the other one. So open the Windows, the emoji again, then click on the down one and close your quotes and close this one. Then I'm going to save it. So before we create the remaining ones, let's quickly check it if it's working so that we can, if it's not working, we can sort it out before we start creating the other one. So I'll just use my new card to see it since I have everything about sales showing me here. So I can quickly check for sales before I continue. So first one I'm going to add. So let me add in my slicer so I can also see see the difference because I will need to select the year for the year on year to work. So I'm going to click add my slicer to my year from my date table. So I'm going to filter out the one of 2025 because I don't want to look at the ship dates. So I'm just looking at only the ones from the other dates. I'm going to remove the one for 2025. So I will uncheck it and close my table. Then I'm going to format it as the slider to show as a drop down for now. Let me see a drop down. So let me click on the year, so 2024. Then I'm going to add in so I'm adding in the data now. So we'll just look at, so I want to see for sales, so add sales. So the previous year sales to see if it's working correctly, then the year on year sales. So, okay. So everything is working fine. Everything's working fine, then we can create the menu one. So on this one, we already we'll have our year on year sales here. So I'm going to go back to the model view to add it to a folder. So this folder will be for the year on year value. So just write YOY, then it measures. Then quickly copy this because we're using it to create the other one. So Control C. Then under the year on year measures table, measures folder, we're going to create the other ones. So Control V. Oh, it did not copy. So I need to copy it again. I'm copying it so that it will be faster to create it. Since it's same thing, we'll just be changing only the measures inside. So I'm going to paste this one. Okay. Then anywhere I see sales, I want to highlight it. So I'm going to use Control D. So I will clear all at once then and can just do for profits. So we'll leave it as a text value. So this one should be a text value. Then the next one, profit margin and quantity. The same thing too. Quantity. Then for the last one, profit margin. Okay, so we have it here. So we'll just go back here. We want to do for the color code. So I'm going to copy the color code from this side. So I have color code measures here. So I'm copy the one from sales. I'm going to take it to the other side and add it in. So for this one to create it under the measures table so that I can add it to a folder. So this one is for the color coding. So we just Control V. So this color sales for sales then. So if sales is better than previous year because they're doing year on year, so we want to see if we have an increase in sales, we want to see this one. So this one, this color code is for the blue, then this for red. So we'll do this one for sales first, then we'll copy it again and just change the values for profits, profit margin and quantity. So I'll come back here too. So add it to a folder. So just call it color code folder. So I can easily get it when I need it. Then under the color code folder, new measure to create for profit. So change this one, then use Control D also. So profits. Same thing again, new measure. Quantity. Quantity. Then for the last one, profit margin. Profit margin. Okay. So we can close this ones. So let's leave the folder for now. So we can now start creating the charts. So we have this one here. We can see that the that is working properly. So we cross check it with this one. So if we click on next the other year, we can also see the changes. Click on this one and click on this. So we'll now delete this so we can add it to start adding the chart. So we'll start with creating we'll start with the KPIs first. So I'm going to remove this one and this one from here. So I believe only sales. So I'm going to start with the KPI. Then before we go, the KPI and the line chart, then before we go into the other chart. So for this one now, I'm going to turn off I'll turn off the background first, turn off the background again from the card and the border, card background, also turn off the border. Then on the callouts, so on the callouts, I want to use the one I have. So I use 24, then I'm going to change it to the schedule UI semi-bold. Then for the label, I want to have it 11. Then also, okay, 13, label should be 13. Then also the semi-bold. So resize it. So we have so I want to add my year-on-year values here as a reference label. So before that, I will need to have some spacing between them. So I will go back to the callout values. Then under the label, so spacing between label and callout, I'm going to reduce it so that it will get closer to itself. Then under the reference label, so you go to reference label. So you need to add the reference label. So I don't want to show the previous year. I just want to show only the year on year. So I'm going to drag it in here. Then I'm going to click on all because I don't want the background and the divider to be on. Then under the title, so under the layout, so instead of it to be, because it's on rows now, so I want it to be on column so that this other value can come down to the bottom side. So I'm going to change it to column. Then come to the spacing. So outer padding, we need to reduce it too, so that you can see it here. So reduce the outer padding. So because we're making use, we want to make sure that we utilize the spacing well properly. So we're using the space we kept for it, we want to utilize it properly. So then I'm going to change so I will leave it as true this way. Then I'm going to come back to the reference label, then select sales, select the year-on-year sales. Then I want to change the field name to custom. I don't want to use field name. So I'm just say by previous year. That's what I want to use here. Then I'm going to have the reference label. This one should be 12. Then under the values, I want to have it 14. I need to bold it also. So I'm going to check the height. So the height I want to have 152 by 162. Okay. So we're going to use, because why it's not showing properly, this particular dashboard is a different page size. So we're going to confirm this particular page size so that we can use it same way to that one. So under the canvas settings, so this one is 850 by 16. So I'm going to use same page size here for this one so that everything will enter properly. So go to canvas and I'm going to use custom 850 by 16. So we can have more space for everything to balance properly. So when you're creating your dashboard, there's no custom size that you use or a particular size. You can create it with the size you want to use. So just how you want your dashboard to look and how you want it to feel. So if you want it to be very depth, should be very spacing, you can come here to custom and increase it. If this 16 by 9 is not enough for you, so you see that when you increase it now, you can have more spacing. Then you also look at your chart. So if you have more charts, then you need more spacing. So custom is there for you on the Canvas settings for you to work on your page size. So this is the page size I'll be using then. I'm going to copy this one and paste for the first site so that I can just edit them and remove the names. So copy. So this one for profits, and paste it again. Okay, so before we go to the next one, let's just add the color code for this one. So I'm going to open the format. Okay, the format is already open. So under the reference label, the value. So I'm going to add the color code to the value. Click on the FX conditional format. Then with color code we created, we're going to bring it in. So we're going to use feed value because we have a measure here already. So go to your measures table, then the color code, and click on the one for sales. Then click on OK. So now I've added the color code. I want it showing working properly. So when sales is going up, it show me as blue. Then when the sales is going down, you should see it as red. So you can see that it's working properly. And also the arrow indicator is also working. Then so I can now work on this other one. So let me do, we're going to do all the KPIs, all the KPI chart before we go into the line chart. So for this one now, I'm going to change it from the build panel. So I'm going to remove sales here. So this one should be for profits. So profits then. Well, closing the build, so we'll have more space here. So the formats are going to go back to the reference label. So for this one now, you have go to your year-on-year table, then folder, then go take the reference label for the profits. So because we have this already set up, so we don't need to start removing the divider and the background again because I've removed from this first one and we copy this chart to replicate this other one. So we just go down to change the field name to custom. So we need to use the same. Yeah, so this one is by previous year. Then leave it as 12. So under the value, so value 14, then want it bold. Then you add the color code for profit. So to be easier. So this way now it's faster for us to create. So go back to color code, then profit. So that's why we created each color code because they work differently. So we can't use the color code for sales for the profit because it might not work. It will not work the way we want it to be. So that's why we created the 4 color code for the 4 metrics that we're doing. So this also, we're going to remove this one. So profit margin, then before the quantity. So this one, profit margin, then same thing. Come back to this place, add the profit margin, the year-on-year profit margin to the reference label. Then click on it and remove the field name, use custom name for it. So the value to 14, then the bold, so color code for this one. So field value, then the color code. So the last one, which is for the quantity. So same thing also, remove sales, add quantity here. Then come back to the reference label, bring the quantity reference label. Custom. Then under the value. So we're using the bold, okay, bold. Then add the color code for it. Okay, so we're done with the measures. So the next thing we need to do is chart. So we need to add the chart, the line chart here. So to go back to the dashboard we created before. So we have, instead of the 3 later months name, because we really want to utilize the space properly, I want to show the month's name here. So if we use the full name, it will not show because of the spacing we have. So we have to create this particular single single letter month name. So we'll just copy it for you from this place because I've created it here. So I'll copy it and paste it in that side. So I'm going to go to the table form, then go to the sales table, the dates table. So it's on this table I want to create it. So under this table now, click on new column. Then I'm going to paste it. So dates table, month number. Okay. So let me increase the size. So what we're just doing here is that we want to show the date. We're using the month number to specify the name for the one letter name. So when is the month, the first month, which is on January, so J, February, March. Then one will come to another month with J again. So we're going to add one space here. So the next one, double spacing. And for August also, because we have April here. So when you're doing for the fourth month, April, you will just put the first quote like that. So for the 8th month, which is August, and it also has A2. So on this second one, you have to add one space here. Then on July, you need to put 2 spaces. So when you do it like that, then I'm going to save it. So I'm going to change this because the other one, the month number is not the same with this one. So I either save it. So let me save it like this first. Then I'm going to come back to the month name number column and just change the name to add the spacing so that it can match with the other one I copied. Okay, dates table also. So we need to add spacing in the dates table. Let's just add it here. It's dates table from the name, so you can also match. Okay, so we have our column margin created here. So this column we created now, which is the month one, with the single letter name. So we're going to sort it by the month number, so you can also match with it. So sort by column, I'm going to click on the month number. Then I'm going to go back to our dashboard. So we have this line chart. This line chart, which we're going to create here. So this other one will be for the current year, by the down one will be for the previous year. So we're going to add the 2 measures now. So on the line chart.
And it's not.
So click on the line chart. Then we're using this space here. So I'm taking it to the space. So the month name we're using here. Yeah, so it's this one. Then under the measures, I want to have my sales. And so I use my previous year sales here. So I'll just come here to close this one, close the build. I want to see the format. I'm going to turn off the title. I don't need the title. So I don't need legend, x-axis. I need only the x-axis value. I don't need the title. Okay. Let me expand it so I can turn it off. Then on the y-axis, I don't need both the title and the value. So I have it now. Then I'm going to turn off the background. So I don't want background also for this chart. Then I have a color code I'm using for the dashboard. So I'm going to go in now so that I can change the color code for the line. So when you go to the line, we want to have, so instead of this linear line, I'm going to have the smooth one. I want to use the smooth line. Then on the sales, I'm going to leave it as the width as 3, but the color code, I'm going to change the color. So the color code I'm using here is the blue color, which is this color code, 1C4. So 1C4 E80. 164 E80 for the current year sales. Then for the previous year, so I'm going to have this other color. So DBE2 EF. So on this one, because we're going to turn on the shade here so that it can show properly, then we'll come to the shade area. We'll turn on the shade area. Then on the shade area, the series we want to turn off is the current year sales. So that one should be turned off. So we need only the line showing. Then this other one, we need the shade area showing. So if we go to the previous year sales, we can also allow the shade to show more. So we reduce the area transparency to like 30. Then we don't need the line. So the line, we can just put the width 0. Yeah. So we'll see. Let's check it. Okay. So maybe we can bring it down a little more. Then on the x-axis, I can make the font bold. Okay. So we're seeing on the two tips now, we're seeing for the sales, previous year sales. So I want to add the year-on-year also to show here. So I will just come back to open the build, close the form, open the build. Then on the two tips, I want to have the year-on-year sales showing me. I can see the difference between the monthly sales here. So I will just add it to the two tips. Then close the build. So now when I go to the chart, I can see the year-on-year sales showing me as the two tips. So it will calculate the difference between the months because I'm using same period last year. So it's doing for January 9 to take January of 2024 and also show me January of 2023. Then subtract the both of them and show me the increase. So we'll copy these two to make our work faster. Copy it, then paste 3 times. So I can have same format and same height of chart too. So paste this one down here. Then we'll just be changing the metrics. So for this one, for this second one now, is for profit. So open the build. So instead of sales and previous year sales, we're going to have profits and previous year profits. Then go into the format. Okay, so let me add all of them before I format them. So this one should be profit margin. So previous year profit margin first, previous year profit margin. Then for the last one, quantity. So current year quantity, then previous year quantity. Okay, then the two tips also. So let me not forget the two tips. So the two tips, I'm going to remove sales from this one. So bring in quantity for the two tips. Then this one to remove sales because this one for profit margin. So bring in the two tip for the profit margin. Remove the sales, bring in the profit two tip. Okay. Then, so now we should just add the color to it. So I'm closing the build now, open the format. Then I'm going to come down to the lines. So for the line, I'll just go to the previous year profit first. So make it, then the color, I'm using this one for the previous year. Then the current year, same color we use for the other one. So this other darker one. And come down to the shade area to turn it off for current, the current year profits. So leave this other one 30. So you just type in 30 transparency. We'll check this one out. So, okay. So everything is showing properly. So go to the next chart, profit margin. So transparency for this one, 30. Then profit margin, we need to turn it off. So we'll come to the line also. So the line, okay, select series, profit margin. So leave it like this. Then come to choose the color for it. So go back to series, select previous year profit margin. So make the width 0, then put the color. Okay. So for the last one, same thing too. So make it 30. No, I want, okay. Select previous year, make it 30. Okay, it's already 30. So turn it off for current year. Select current year for this one, change the color. Come down to the previous year. For this one, don't want to have any width, so width 0, then color. Okay. So we'll see if we can adjust a little bit. So to use same size. So let me check this one. So this 137 by 275. So I'm going to use it here. 137 by 275 width. So move it a little bit here. So I want to have same alignment with this one. So let me reduce all of them first. So 275, then 275, 27. Okay, this 300, 275. So the alignment horizontal, so horizontal 429. I want to see horizontal 429 also. 429 and 429. Okay, so everything is aligned properly. So we can go back and check the next thing to do. Then also check this one too. So I want to have same size with this one. This one size I'm using here 147 by 3.58. Let me see. 145. Okay, 145 by 299. 151 by 137. So this one is okay. 159 by 137. So 159. One five one. Okay, 159. 153. So profit margin to 153. To make this one 153 also. So this one height, this height is 159. So use the same height here. So 159. Then make this one 159 also. Adjust it properly. Okay, so I can see bring this ones down a little bit. Let me add the vertical alignment to it. So I'm also aligning this one, vertical alignments. Okay, so let's leave it like this. If we have any changes, we might come back to it later. So we are going to do, so we have charts, category sales and subcategory sales segments. Then I'm going to add our map and do this one for the table. So let's start with the category and segments. So we're using a column chart for this one. So we're going to take the column chart, cluster column, to bring it here. So once I do the format for this one, I'll just change the category there. So I'm going to use some adding category and subcategory. So let me bring in my sales first, sales and previous year sales. Then so I'm coming to the data table. So category, and also have subcategory here. Subcategory also. So don't want it to be in the in the small multiples, so I'm going to put it in the same x-axis. So then I'll go up one level for the drill down, expand these charts. Then we need to turn off so we'll close the build. Okay, let's add the two tips for the year-on-year so that we'll not come back to it later. So add the two tips, then I'm going to close the build. So I'm opening the format. So for the title, so I'll just say by category and subcategory. Then I want the fonts to be semi-bold. So let me use 12. And I'm going to turn off because I don't want the legend to show here. So I'm turn off the legend totally. Then for the y-axis, yeah, so x-axis, I need title turned off. Then y-axis title is also turned off. Then for the data, okay, for the y-axis, so the values, you need to put it in thousands. So I'm going to change it from, let's say not show in millions, so thousands is okay. So turn off the grid line too. Then I'm going to add my color. So for my current year sales, I'm going to click this one. Then previous year, click this. Then under the columns, so the columns, you need to select all. Then layouts, because I want to overlap it so that they can one to be on top of the other. So click on overlap, then I'm going to overlap for 12% overlap. Yeah. To overlap 12%. So that we can see one on the other. So this one represents the current year sales, while this the previous year. So we can also see the difference between them showing us here. So the year-on-year sales is also showing here as the two tips. So under the y-axis, on the x-axis, I want to just make it so this y-axis, I want to make it dark so that it will show more. Then this one also, so put it on the dark color. So I'm going to check this one. So we're going to drill down. So if we click on turn on drill down, so we can go down one level to subcategory for furniture. So be able to see furniture, everything about furniture. Then we can also go up back, then can click on the drill down. So when we're done adding the chart, because if you watch this now, when I drill down, it's affecting this other chart. So I'm going to turn off the interaction with this other chart, but I need to put all the chart first before I turn it off. So that if I'm going down one level or two levels down in this charts, it will not affect other charts there. So we need to turn off the interaction with the charts. So let me just go up, then I'll copy this one. Control C, Control V, so it'll be faster for me. Then I'll just change it from, go to the build. So instead of category, subcategory, I want to have segments here. So this segments, bring segments here. Then I'll go back to the title and change it by segments. So all the metric is same thing. We will not change that one. So those ones are correct like that. So the next thing to do, we're going to add a map to show for states. So the map we're going to use the shape map. So let's click on the shape map. So this one's for United States. So I'm just going to add the states to the location. Then color saturation, I want to add the sales there. So on two tips, you can add the previous year sales and the year-on-year there. So if you go to the chart, we also see it. So we can add the previous year sales on the two tips. Then you can also add the year-on-year sales there. So that when you go into the chart, you also see it's there showing you when you go at any of the states you want to go to. Then for this one now, you change the color. So we want to have our color we're using here. So under the map settings, you go down to the fill color. So maximum, want to have this for maximum. The minimum, you can just have white. So it will show, yes, so show white. Then turn off the background of the chart. So you go back to the title. So we don't want this title showing us. This title is too long. So we can just say by state here. Then give it the font. Yeah, then if we look at our charts, the one we created there, we'll have a table also showing us the top 5 states. Then we'll also have it ranked by the ranking. So we're going to create one function to rank these states first. Then we'll show the sales and also show this bar charts. Inside this, we'll also show the bar inside this table visual. So we're going to add that table now. So I'm using the matrix, or let me use the table. I'll just use the table, not the matrix, table format, table charts. Then I'm going to bring my states column. Then I want to show sales here. So I'm showing sales because I want to show those top 5 for current year sales. Then I'm going to create the function to rank the state. So I'll just create it under this base measure. So that function, I'm going to use the function rank X. So it's going to rank it by the total sales, descending order. So we can call it state rank. Is equals to then. So rank X. So rank X, then you have to use the all function to bring the column here. So all states, type in the states. So when you close the all function, so the next thing to put now is the expression. So expression should be sales, because we're ranking it by sales. Then we can just leave the order, the value, the order, and the types, because it will always show as descending unless we want to show ascending. But because we want to leave it as descending, we can just close this and save as the state rank. So we'll bring it here to see how it works here. So that one should be the first one before the state. So state rank first. Then I'm going to sort it to see from the first one. I'm open the format. So I've added it here. So I need another sales here to show me like a bar chart. So I've either create another measure for sales to reference this one. I can just come in, since I have my sales here in my data, I can just come in and drag it in here. So to show me as the sum of sales, then we can remove sum of sales from this one and just leave it blank. So I'll use it to show my bars. So on this one now, so we're going to do little edit on this chart. So first of all, turn off the background. Then I don't want to see let me filter to top 5. So on the filter, I can either filter by sales to show me top 5, or I can use the state rank to also show me from only 1 to 5. So let me use the state rank now, since I'm working with sales. So I will just say it's less than or equals to 5. So to show me from 1 to 5. Then I'll apply filter. So I can now see my top 5 states showing me here. So only states that's falling from 1 to 5 will show here. And I can turn off the column headers. I can turn off the totals. So I don't want to see totals, turn it off. Then on this table, you want to see the grid line. Okay, the grid, horizontal grid. So we can leave that one first. So under the options, so I'm going to add the row padding. Then values, I will increase it a little bit so we can see it more. So I think 12 is okay. 12 is okay then. For column headers, let me give it 12 also. So make this one semi-bold. So since I'm using 12 for all these other headers, so 12 will be okay for this one. So leave it as 12. So under the values, so these values, we want to see alternate background, don't want to see gray color, want to see white too. Then for under the grid, so go back to the grid, under this border, I don't want to see this blue line. So I'll just make it somehow gray color, so it will show, but not much. Then the stage rank, you can change it from the build. So instead of stage rank, you can just say top 5. So clear, rename it to top 5. top 5, then we can come back to here. So cell elements, I want to add for the second sales, I want to show the bar, so data bar. Then I'm going to use the FX to show bar only. And I'm going to more colors. So I'm going to use our color code we have here. So the color code we're using 1C, 1C4, E80, so that it can match with the other ones. So drag the bars now, let it come up more. Then under this one, so I want to add more row padding to it. So I'm going to go back to the grid. Then under options, so row padding so that the rows can have more space. Okay. So I think I will leave it like this. So now we can see the map visual showing us all the states here. So we just go in, you can see all the states. Then you can also see the top 5. So this one is for the top 5. You can see the top 5 states showing us here. So if you want to rank it by this thing, you can just go here. Then so also this one is descending order. Same thing with the ranking function. So when the sales is starting from the highest, so that is what I use for the function. So I use descending order so that the first sales will be the top one, the state with the most sales, which is the first one on the ranking function. So this California, then the other state to follow them. So just show us only 5 states. Since we don't want to show all the 5, all the states, we have them in the map here, but want to highlight only the 5 states here in the table. So the last chart here we're adding is this one. So we're looking at the regional sales by the days of the week. Then we also have this little this bar chart here showing us too for the regional sales. So we can use this one as the total for the regional sales. So let's add the table. So I think we can copy this table. Okay, no, I'll need to use a matrix for this one because I want to add the column. So I want to use the rows and columns. So I'm going to click on the matrix. So drag it here. Then I'm adding the region. So the region will go to, region is going to the rows. Then the day. So we have day name from the dates table. So take it to the columns. Then the values is sales. So go back to the measures table. I want to show sales. So I'm showing sales as the values. Then can just close this build first. And I want to turn off the totals. So first thing I will do, because I want to show the totals as another bar chart. So let me format this one. So same thing too. Let me see if I can copy the format from this. Okay. So format, copy the format here. So for this one, I will just add more row padding to it so that it can also come down. Then I'm going to increase the size of the rows. So the row size, okay, the value is 12. I think it's okay. Let me make it 13 to pop out more. Then on the row side, so row headers, so make it 13. Yeah, so row headers 13. Then so we can just increase this one a little bit more. Then we need to have a bar. So let's add in the bar so that I can also adjust it properly too. So I'm creating a bar chart. So I'm going to add a bar chart here. So the bar chart is going to show me region. So I'll add region to the y-axis. So I'm going to use region. So open the data. So I'm adding the region here. So region y-axis, then on the x-axis should be the sales. So sales to x-axis. Then just go in and turn off. So on the format, just turn off everything. Turn off the title. Turn off X, the y-axis too, because we have it showing here already. So on the x-axis, I don't want to see the values. I don't want to see the title also, because I will turn on the data label. Then y-axis, turn off title, turn off value. So just adjust it to size the same way. So you have to look at before removing this, we have to see the sorting format. So let's bring back the YZ title. So we can see that it's sorting from west here. So we need to sort it alphabetically. So sort as is, instead of sorting it from sales, we'll sort it by the region. Say to match, then I'm going to sort it by the region again, ascending order. So to start from central. So now we can see that they have it's starting from same name. So this central will match with this ones here. So we can just turn it off now. Then go to the bars and change the color to the color we're using. This one. Then we can turn on the data label. So show data label. The data label value, we want to see it as thousands. Display units should be in thousands. Yeah. So we can put it outside. So we can put the data label outside. So let's see if it's outside. And okay, so it works like that. Then change the color to black, data label color. Yeah, for this one, we don't want to show this. We want to show only the color listen. So let it show like a heat map. So we'll go to the cell elements for this one. So under cell elements, so sales is really metric here. So I'm first turn on the background color, then font color. So you change. So since it's the same color, you change, but I don't really need that one because I have a color code I want to use. So that means I need to change it with the FX here. So for this one, the lowest value should have, so let me add in the color code first. Then I'm going to select the one I want to change it to. So hash, this one is DB. So DB E2EF. Yeah, then I want to have it lighter color of this. So something here. Okay. Then for the higher value, so the higher value, we'll just use our color code we're using since. So that is 1C4 E80. So let me copy it now to Control C. Copy this one first. So same thing I would do for the font color too. So on the highest value, I need to use that value so that it will match. Then on the lowest value too. So the lowest value, I will copy this one. Then put it also as the font color. So if you want the colors to also show inside, you can use a color code that's maybe something darker that can show the values inside. But if you don't want it to show, then the same color code you use for the background color, then also use it for the font color. So if it's same color, then the numbers will not show again. So that's how to set it up. So we're done with that one. Then we need to add in. So since we turned off all the legend here, so let's adjust the chart a little bit. So I'm going to adjust the vertical axis. So I want to have little spacing from the top. So I'll just reduce the height a little bit. Then I'm going to use vertical adjustments to bring it down. Then same thing with this one. So vertical adjustments a little bit. Then horizontal adjustments, I want to take it from, okay. So I'm going to increase it so that to get little spacing from the left also. Same thing with this one, 749. So vertical alignment is already, okay. So a little bit of vertical alignment, then horizontal alignment. Okay. So let me see. I need to turn off. Yeah. So the background should be turned off so that it will not come out. So make sure all the background are turned off for the chat. So background is turned off. So this one too, I have background turned off, okay? Then, so we can see, so let's add in so since we have the legend turned off, so we can add it at the top here to show, okay, this for previous year and this for current year. So I'll just bring in a text box. Yeah. So this text box, I'm going to write current year, that is CY, this one, and change the font size. Let me see. Okay. CY. So give it a little bit of font size. So let me see 16, then I think I should bold it. So I'm going to turn off the background. So I'll copy this one and change to PY. Copy. So this one should be previous year sales. That's PY. So I'm going to move it a little bit. Yeah, so I'll bring the color for it. So I'm going to insert two shape. So I'm going to insert one shape, then I'll copy it. So let me just use this. So I can use, okay, let me use rectangle shape. So I'm going to size it, make it very small, then move it. So I'll see adjust the size. So let me copy it first. Okay, so the height, let me give it 15 and the width 15 also. So let's see how small it will go. Okay. So, okay, we can give it, maybe we can leave it 12. So let's do 12 by 12. So this one, 12. Then the width, 12. Okay. Then the color, previous year color code. So the shape style, so we're going to turn off the border first. And on the fill, select, I think it's this color here. Then this one for the currency. So this one we can add a little. So let's go back to the fill. So we can add it a little because of the background so that to show properly. Okay, let's increase the intensity also. Okay, so adjust the both of them. So let me give it a little bit of vertical alignment. So this vertical alignment is 53. So I'm use 53 for this one too. Then I'm going to do the insert another text box for the title. So if you're clicking on your text box and it's not moving, just reduce and take it to where you want it to go. Sometimes it does not move. So title superstore. Is it typing? Okay. So superstore. Superstore sales overview. So let me give it 20 first. Let me see. And change the font to area, then I'm going to bold it. So then turn off the background for, yeah, then on my title, on my slicer, so my slicer, so I'm going to format it. So first turn off the border, the background, then the slicer header. So I'm going to make it, change the color, font color for it. Then use semi-bold. Then on the values also, so change the color too. Then I have another slicer here, so we can add maybe slicers to see different things. So I have one on ship mode, so I can just bring it in. So I'll copy this one and use it to get the next one so that the format will also be same. So copy this one. Then change it from the year to ship mode. So we have ship mode here. So just bring ship mode here. Then you can add other slicers to see how they interact with the chart. So this one, I want to bring it down a little bit. So I'll use the alignment, vertical alignment for it. Then I need to see, okay, let me adjust this ones to a little more. So vertical alignment, 51, 41. So 55, oh, okay, 56. Well, let me make it 57. Okay, so you can add anything. Let me copy this one I have here. So just copy it. Yeah, so let's see how it interacts with it. So, okay, so I need to turn off the background of this particular slicer. So under values, background, I need to use, I think it is black. I need to use black for it. Okay. Then this one too, same thing. So we can now interact with it and see if it's working properly. So, okay. Then for this one, I want to drill down, but I don't want it to affect other charts. So if I go down one level here for this furniture, so it's affecting everything. I don't want it to filter. So I will just click on it. This particular one now, when I'm on this one, I will go to the format at the top. Then click on edit interaction. So I need to select all this for it not to edit them. So I'll just click on no filter, no filter. So I'll move this one up small so that I can be able to select this properly. So no filter, this one. No filter for this chart. So I don't want it to filter this chart also. No filter. So when I'm done with everything now, I can just go back to format and close the edit interaction. Then I can now check it well. So I'm drilling down now. So, okay, if I go up to furniture, then I'm going down to technology to see technology. And I can see that it's not filtering again because I've turned off the interaction with it. So I can now go up now. Then I've set this one properly where again. Change Let's put 2024. Let's see also the ship mode. If we're looking by ship mode, standard class, second class, same day. And you can also see maybe we're looking at segments, customer segments, so filter by customer segments or region. Yeah, so okay, so we'll check everything. Everything is working properly. Our format is also good. It's okay. So we can move this one from first class to just leave it as only the year. So we can look at our dashboard and can see how everything is done properly. So yeah, it's looking good. We're done with this one now. So I can stop sharing my screen. Okay.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
taking the time to explain things step by step. It's I'm sure all the people who are here have learned a lot of things. I don't know if there's any question. So in the meantime, I was monitoring the chat. There is Mr. Malik who asked the question why I mean he was asking if it is possible to copy the format painter. I don't know if you can highlight on that. Like when
Okay,
you were
format painter.
formatting the charts, he was like, can't you copy the format painter to just apply it on other charts?
Yeah, we can copy it, but depending on the chart. So if it's the chart that is not like this particular one, let me show. So for these two charts now, we can copy because they are same charts. But for this one, if you want to copy chart from this one to this now, it won't work. So this one will work. Then even this other one, so this card visual, they might work together, but the reference label will not work. So if I'm copying the format, it will only work for the callouts and the labels. So if I'm copying format from this one and I try to use it here, then it will not work well for the reference label. So this format painter can use to copy color, maybe something like this, if it's same chart, or if I have just like this column chart and the bar charts, they can work together. If they have same metrics, I can copy the format, but I cannot copy to some other type of charts that are not related.
Okay. Thank you for the answer. I don't know if there's any other question. Okay. Apparently there's no question. Thank you everyone for joining. The recording will be available on YouTube, so you can watch it whenever you want, try it, and just share with others what you have learned. You can also maybe highlight about some of the things that you learned through the session, so that it can also encourage other people to try it. And remember that whenever you share what you have learned, you are learning twice. So don't be afraid of trying it and posting it on LinkedIn, tagging us, and that will also encourage other people to learn, to also try it and improve their skills. So thank you so much for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you around. And in the meantime, we have our Power BI training session coming next weekend. We are going to start on the 14th of June for 6 weeks. We also have the Excel training coming up the same day. So we will all start the 2 trainings on the 14th of June, and it will take us 6 weeks to complete it. And there are so many things that comes together with the training, like teaching you how to document your project the right way, and also teaching you how to optimize your GitHub profile. And also, I mean, so many things that come into play with that. Also a mentorship after the training ends. So thank you so much. I will not hold you long enough. Feel free to leave whenever you want. Thank you again, Mr. Victor, for taking your time to go through the project with us. So
Thank you also
bye-bye,
for having me here.
everyone.
Okay.
So let me